I mean, yeah, even that's kind of shitty. I don't think it's going to go to 350 right now, but if you have a better idea of the fundamentals or why the stock should be valued more than the market views it currently, that could give you an idea. I don't really know that much about Etsy as a company. I mean, I know what they do, but you got it old school, Steve. Yeah, the hedging will, like, they don't have to continue to hedge a contract once it's sold. You got it, Taryn. Any updated thoughts on Visa? No. I still don't like the way it looks. Maybe if it starts to claw its way back up and push past 210, I'd be interested, but right now I'm not liking it. I think it's at a good buy-in price. Like if I was going to go long Visa, I might be looking right now. But for a trade, I don't really like it much for the near term at least. Etsy to 2K because why not? Okay, hold on. There was like another question that I missed because I was dicking around. 2K price, 400 strikes, so the contract is worth 160,000. If you call the broker, you could use 40K of it to exercise, which would be delivered 100 shares and the remaining 120,000. Yes. That would be exercise and sell to cover. I'm not picking up December calls. I said I'm looking in January, February, and weeklies. I don't think December covers enough of the price action. Right? December only covers, like, the only benefit of a December call is if they roll. I might pick up like a couple, but not many. Most the weight of my options are going to be in January and February and on weekly dates. Just got a call from a broker. Seems there was a manager assigned as per standard to my account. Should I tell him I'm a degenerate gambler or lie like I did in my application? He probably doesn't care. You don't have to talk to him, It's not a requirement. Why would they roll or not? What goes into that decision? It just depends. If they don't roll, we understand that they expose themselves to a lot of FTDs, as we saw um, yesterday or the day before yesterday, um, and the previous weeks. If they do roll, then less FTD exposure after that date. Strategically, it's hard to say which one's better for them. They both look kind of shitty. So it's kind of just choosing the lesser of two evils. I'm sure one is a better choice than another if I had like access to those analyzation or analytics tools, but I don't. I also don't know their position, so I couldn't really comment on which option is better for them. I would assume that rolling is better, as FTD pileups um, with a significant amount of gamma exposure already expected to come in is probably not an ideal scenario for them. But the question is, can they without just amplifying that gamma exposure? And I don't think that's likely either. And yeah, so it's kind of, it could go either way, honestly. Let me actually kind of go into that a little more. Um, So if they roll, right, then they put a lot of contracts in the money. So if the price spikes, let me use a different color pen here. What's visible? So if they roll here, right, they put all these contracts in the money right before this other big gamma exposure date, right? Which means that the stock is only going to trade sideways. And then the gamma exposure here is going to be significantly higher, right? So that's really dangerous. Like, even if they were able to dip after the roll into this, it's still going to create a shitload of gamma exposure, right? Because it's this whole range that goes into the money. If they don't roll, then they create less gamma exposure, but then they have FTDs to settle, right? So we spike here, and then they don't roll. Usually we peak a little and then come down. And then we spike here again, right? And then spike, 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 right? Because this is the big date. So this buys them more time between each roll, but leaves a higher floor. And I don't really know what's preferential for them. That's yet to be determined. We've seen them fail 3 times, roll twice. So this could be a roll, it could be a 4th fail. We don't know. Either way,